Hello, baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend.
Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Brink of Sanity. It is episode 194.
Yes, I think I'm on the brink of insanity. So we started the show a little bit late tonight because usually it's just a kid issue. My kids are sick, so which makes life hell also. But I was about to sign. We're starting at 8:30. I told Jay I'll sign at 8:30. 8:29, I go to sign on, and my wife goes, "Hey, you know how we just recently signed our lease and we're in the first month of a year lease and our expenses are out of control right now? I was thinking about quitting my job. I found this part-time lawyer gig at the Queens County Public Library. Do you think I could apply and take that job? It probably for the city, it probably pays no money and it's part-time. You probably will lose money on just our child care costs alone. You said I could take a job I wanted. I found something. I know, but we were planning on moving in a year, maybe reducing some of our costs, and then you could. Well, you can't time the job market. I mean, this is a good public fucking library in Queens. What the fuck? I asked her if she wanted to come and defend herself in the show, but apparently she didn't think our show is matters, and it doesn't, obviously. But
Come on, we have dozens of listeners.
I mean, your significant other comes to you and goes, "Hey, you know that job I have? I was thinking about taking a part-time job that pays basically minimum wage. What do you think about that? It's also in Jamaica, Queens. That's a good area."
Okay, but what is the positive to it? I mean, there's got to be something.
She wants to eventually work part-time, or I said you could stop working for a little while. We have 2 kids. You want to be home a little bit. Mm-hmm. I said, sure. After this year, we'll move to the suburbs, cut some of our costs, and then you could be at home. And said, no, I'll never find another job. If I have a break between my jobs, I'll never find a new job. So right now, she's a lawyer at a company. I need to make sure I keep you don't have a gap in your resume. So I'll make sure I work part-time at the public library in Queens, which will guarantee you can nail any job you want later on. I don't want to have a gap in my resume, so I'm going to be like a 1-day-a-week fry cook at McDonald's.
Is she like listening to this in the other room right now?
She probably can hear us. Oh, God, whatever. Oh, my God, she's going to do it. Oh, we have a big-time acquisition of the new Harry Potter book this week. I mean, what are you working on? It's a fucking library.
That was my first job ever.
Right. What if your significant your significant other said to you, "Hey, your first job ever? I was going to do that part time now."
In my 30s. Hey, remember that job you had when you were 15?
And then she got all mad at me. I don't care. She's in the other room. I'm just like in my therapy now. She got all mad at me. She's like, "You don't understand. You're so crazy about money." I'm cheap. Obviously, I'm cheap. I am a little bit. Her dad had said to me, "Hey, Marc, you're thrifty, right?" When he was just talking about something just randomly, and I was like, "Oh, great." My father-in-law thinks I'm a cheap bastard. Great. But anyhow, so I had that reputation around the house of being cheap and with her family. But I'm like, "Hey, we said when we were signing this lease that you would keep your job through the end of the year, not that 1 month into a 12-month lease you would get a new job that paid nothing." And then I got all upset. And she said, "Why are you getting upset? See, this is why I can never leave my job with anything part-time." And like, no, it's just that you can't do it in month 1 of a 12-month fucking lease.
So this was all going on like
in the last 10 minutes.
That's fun.
Oh my God. Oh, hey, you gonna do your stupid hobby on the computer? Yeah. I have to have an impromptu fight. Oh, awesome idea.
I've had so much family drama and fights before podcasts. It was almost like a ritual. About I think 50 or 60 episodes ago, if people go back, like I'm like furious before the start of every podcast because it seemed like everyone wanted to like have it out like right before we record.
Hey, Jay, before you do your show, I want to let you know I'm gay. I'm having a sex change. Okay, Dad. Great. I'm going to do my show.
Oh, you're doing the comedy podcast? Okay, so let's put you in a nice somber mood.
All I said is my wife should come on this show with me and just discuss it on the show. I don't even have two headsets. I don't know how I do it. What kind of drama have you had before the show?
Oh, I've had complete like family wars with the, violence and cops being called and
Cops being called before the show?
yeah, well, not on me, but they call me when I'm like 100 miles away, and it's like, hey, you should be able to handle this. Oh, okay.
Hey, Jay, cousin Lauren has a knife. Could you help us?
Yeah. So, I'm 100 miles away, so obviously I'm the person to call with this.
It's perfect for the brink of sanity to be like on the brink of your insanity.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyhow, we tabled discussion. I said, hey, how about you wait till January or February or when we move to do this? And she said, okay, maybe January, February. And she agreed that maybe it's one thing to say, you can't time the job market, but hey, the job at the public library maybe won't be there. Maybe it's not your dream job either.
Well, maybe it will be there because it's a job at a library.
I mean, they're like asking for someone part-time to work there also. Who's like, hey, instead of earning nothing full-time there, can I earn nothing part-time?
I mean, those kind of jobs are always, there's so much turnover in those kind of jobs. Even if there isn't one now, there'll be one in like a week or two.
Yeah, because you know what? Like someone who's a lawyer will take the job and go, oh, this is a complete waste of time. I might as well work at the Gap. I'll see you later.
Yeah. I mean, my job is at like a professional company and the turnover is unbelievable. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of turnover there.
Most law firms are a ton of turnover. Most jobs are a ton. Jobs suck.
I heard that it's actually good to switch jobs every 3 to 5 years.
Really?
Which seems insane to me.
Is that what the person that fired you from your last job told you?
No, my professor.
Jay, you know what? We have to let you go, but this is actually good for your life.
Yeah, this is good for your life, and you weren't doing it, so we're forcing it upon you.
What did your teacher said this?
Yeah, he said it's actually good strategy to switch your job every 3 to 5 years.
Why?
I think because people usually get like a 10% raise when they switch jobs, and like a 3 to 4% raise if you stay at the same job. So like if you just keep job hopping, you'll end up making like way more money than if you just stayed at the same place.
I've been at my job for like 9 years, so apparently I haven't followed his advice.
Well, and you can't afford for your wife to get a part-time job at a library, so maybe it is good advice.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna get the 10% raise at the library.
Well, it depends. If it's, $5,000, maybe she will get a 10% raise.
Yeah, I'll be like, you hop around like every 3 to 5 years, you work at a different public library. Then maybe you go to private library practice.
See, the only problem with that strategy is switching jobs is supposed to be the third most traumatic thing you could go through in life.
You have the list in front of you because I'm guessing first is divorce and second is death.
You got death right. Not
Divorce
your own
isn't-
death. Death in the family, something like that. The first most traumatic is moving.
More than, say, a divorce.
Yeah.
Where do you get this list from the same professor that told you to change jobs every 3 to 5 years while the professor smokes some crack in front of you?
Divorce is...
Why don't you change your job every 3 to 5 years? Yeah, I remember I had to move apartments, and then I was like, well, I'm doing this. I might as well drop my wife, too.
I don't know. I mean, all those things are very, very stressful, though.
Yes. I wouldn't think moving kind of sucks, but like of all the stresses.
Yeah, moving sucks, but yeah, switching jobs is definitely more stressful.
Then again, if you're switching to like a better job,
It's still stressful. I mean, you got to learn all the new people, and like each company has its own atmosphere and the new work.
Jay, well, let's say the Knicks hired you, Jay. Would you go, oh, it's stressful taking this new job? Or every day would you throw your own personal parade?
Well, both. I would still be stressed out, but yeah, I would be happy.
Yeah, I guess that's fair enough.
Because then, like, you leave your old job, but then what if the new one doesn't work out? Then you have no job.
Right. I guess that having no job is pretty stressful.
Yes, I did that, and it was the most stressful thing ever.
My job is actually like full commission. So I had 1 year where I was barely making any money. And even more stressful is you go to work every day and don't get a paycheck and don't have a paycheck coming. That's stressful also.
Yeah, I could see that being terrible.
It's all negative today. Bring insanity world. Can I tell you a story from work?
Absolutely.
So my company is really small. There's like 12 people in the whole company. And 12 people equals like an office in New York, an office in DC. Some people work from home. It's really tiny. In New York, there's like there is basically 5 people. One person on vacation. One person is works from home half the time. So we had someone new who had started working there, and every time someone's birthday comes up, we get cupcakes, and we all eat cupcakes together for someone's birthday. So the new guy. So it was like last week, I think like 2 weeks ago, it was the new guy's birthday coming up. And my other coworker, it's like right now, it's like, so this new guy, me, and this woman. And the woman's like, hey, we gotta get cupcakes for the new guy's birthday. And I'm like, sure. And she's like, Crumb's closed down, so we have to figure out a new cupcake place. I was like, I don't care. Wherever you want to get the cupcakes, just get the cupcakes. Goes on and on, blah, blah. And anyhow, so I end up having to get the cupcakes. She made a huge deal about it. I picked the cupcakes up it's a Friday. I picked the cupcakes up, bring them to work with me, get to work, and an email, she's out sick that day.
I had that happen at my last job, too.
Well, she's like, well, you can just eat the email. She's like, I'm sorry I'm out sick, but you can just have the cupcakes anyhow.
Yeah.
So this guy you've known for about a month and a half, you have a box full of really cute, colorful cupcakes, and the two of you, what do?
You eat the cupcakes.
Hey, John, welcome to the job. It's really nice. I got these really cute cupcakes for your birthday. You want to sit with me in the conference room and eat them together?
Absolutely. This is cupcakes. You don't mess around with cupcakes. You eat the cupcakes.
It just seems like the guy's like, that new job I have, honey? The work environment just got really weird.
Well, I mean, it would have been weird if you sat across from him.
With my new boss.
I mean, if you sat across from him silently and just stared at him while you're eating the cupcakes, that would be awkward.
So you would do the cupcakes. You would be like, hey, new guy, I got you cupcakes.
I am not turning down cupcakes.
You could be like, hey, new guy. Hey, you would say to him, hey, new guy, I got you cupcakes for your birthday. Not as company policy, because you don't even know what company policy is. I just got you cupcakes for your birthday.
Wait.
He's been to the job for like a month and a half.
I thought the guy you were getting cupcakes for was out.
No, it's the guy's birthday. Sorry. The woman who made a big deal about the cupcakes is out.
And so, your office is so small, there's just 2 people there?
There's just 2 of us.
Yeah, I say it's it's policy to get cupcakes for the birthday, and some people called out, so now it's just us, but now that means we get more cupcakes.
I don't think I'm confident enough in my manhood to do that. I said, hey, I'm not going to mention the cupcakes to him, and we'll just have them on Monday when you're back in the office.
So he got, like, stale cupcakes.
I put them in the refrigerator, didn't mention them, and we had them on Monday.
Oh, dude.
You would have done that?
No, 3-day-old cupcakes in the fridge? Absolutely not.
That you'd have a problem with?
Yes.
You would have just like, you're like, hey, new guy, eat some cute cupcakes with me?
Absolutely.
Why don't you sit on my lap while I do it? This one has cream. You want to put your finger in it?
No, I have I have a sweet tooth. I wouldn't pass up cupcakes.
I was like, hey, other coworker, well, why don't you just buy new cupcakes? You're out sick anyhow. But then we just decided the other cupcakes were fine. I don't care about stale cupcakes.
I mean, what kind of first impression is that, giving the guy stale cupcakes?
They were from Baked by Melissa. Those little, like, M&M sized cupcakes.
Oh, yeah, that are still like $3 a pop?
Yeah. It was like whatever it was. It was like this super overpriced for these little things. And you're like, oh, my idea should have been like to charge more for cupcakes while giving you nothing.
For those of you not from New York, Melissa makes cupcakes that are, the size of a munchkin?
They're literally the size of a Munchkin. Yeah, a Munchkin. It's actually not as big as they're like half a Munchkin size. They're all different flavors. They're tasty,
But they're like
really
$3
popular in New York.
They're like $3 a pop.
They're realistically, I think it's like $1 for one of those little things. I think I got a dozen for like $12.
And you could eat a dozen in about 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, you probably could easily do that.
So you thought it was too gay to eat a cupcake with another man?
I'm not saying the word gay. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was clearly implied.
Yeah, I just thought it was. I'm comfortable with my manhood, but I felt it was kind of weird to say to the new employee, "Hey, dude, I got you cupcakes for your birthday."
Do you feel awkward listening to Howard Stern because you're spending your time listening to another man's voice? Because that's pretty gay.
So I just think it's like it'd be like coming to work and go, "I got you flowers, dude."
I don't agree.
I got you a new shirt for your birthday. I know we don't know each other.
I don't agree at all with this.
My coworker thought it was funny. I don't know. Yeah. Well, you know what? When you work in a 2-person office, you'll have a different for you.
I don't know. This is cupcakes we're talking about.
Yeah, you seem to really focus on it being cupcakes.
Yes, I'm really into Cupcake Day. Cupcake Day doesn't roll around a lot.
They're freaking cupcakes. Like, are they that good?
Yeah.
What cupcakes do you prefer?
I like sprinkles.
I couldn't believe that one. We used to always get for the people's birthdays crumbs. Have you got crumbs?
Yeah.
And like the company went out of business.
Yeah, I know. Everyone had like their cupcake place that they wanted for their birthday. Some people like buttercup. Some people like sprinkles.
This is how unbelievably queer New York City is.
I know.
We all have our own cupcake. I preferred crumbs, little cupcakes. You preferred sprinkles.
Yeah, it's like not only is there that many, everyone actually has had them so many times. They know them and have their preference.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
And I just thought, I saw them, I was like, wow, this is like a money-making fortune. I should just make little cupcakes, and apparently Crumbs is out of business, so.
Yeah, I don't know what they were
get you to
doing wrong.
bankruptcy.
Every time I went to a Crumbs, it was super packed, so I don't know how that place closed.
I don't know. That's, I don't know how the place closed, and also I don't know how it stayed, how you can just sell cupcakes and make any money.
Well, that's because you charge like $4 or $5 a cupcake.
I'm amazed at how dumb people are.
Use like $1.50 worth of ingredients. You sell it for $5. Everyone gets cupcakes for people's birthdays in the city.
It is better than getting a cold cake. No one ever wants a cake.
It's really hard to find a good cake.
Well, cake's also like, it's huge. Everyone like, you get a cake and you're like, you cut a piece. Everyone's like, I want smaller. And like the one piece satisfies the entire office because no one wants the cake. And everyone's like, oh, this is great. Okay. And they leave it all over. And no one wants a cake. Even cupcakes, no one wants the big cupcakes. The big cupcakes, you like have a bite of the icing and you're like, oh, there's the rest of the cupcake left over. Like the little ones are smart, I feel like.
Except for the price.
Except what?
Except for the price.
Except for the price. But I feel like you want like the appetizer cupcakes. Like the appetizer, when you like have a little appetizer and you're like, you're like, oh, that's tasty. Let me have another one. That's what we want to do with the cupcake experience.
We would just cut the big ones in half so you can take like 2 halves of different flavors if you wanted. This has been a lot of cupcake talk for this podcast.
It went from me ripping on my wife to the cupcake talk.
Let's relighten the mood a little bit.
So I asked my son, who's 3 years old, what he wants to be when he's older.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he said?
A cupcake baker?
He said, I want to be a camel.
All right. I guess he really likes water.
I was like, okay, cool. Great, Zach. That's wonderful. And then I'd like ask him what he wanted to be for Halloween. And if he kept saying Iron Man, but they'd be like, I want to be Iron Man, but then Batman, and then Wolverine, and then Spider-Man. And then eventually he settled on, I'm like, what do you want to be for Halloween? I want to be everything. What do you want to do when you're older? Everything.
All right.
Okay,
well, he's
cool.
going to be busy.
Yeah. I also have 2 sick kids at home. When your 3-year-old's sick, it's kind of annoying. When your 5-month-old is sick, you want to shoot yourself.
Was it just a lot of crying?
Oh my God. We were at my in-laws at like starting at 4 p.m. to like, I don't know, the next 24 hours later. She was screaming her head off every like half hour to an hour.
Yeah, jeez.
Well, lasted till the morning. Like at 3 a.m, we're just like sitting there trying to figure out how to get her back to sleep.
Whiskey.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I think we should have just drugged her. Who could have really blamed us? Anyhow, so I'm sick kids. Wife told me she wants to go part-time for half of minimum wage. And I feel awkward giving cute cupcakes to my new coworker. What's going on with you, Jack?
Been a productive week.
Yeah.
Let's see. I had my longest stretch without being in class in the last 8 months.
Nice.
Yeah, got a whole 14 days without class. So I played poker and lost in poker. So that was fun. Do you want like a hand-by-hand rundown of how the poker game went? my old,
because poker on TV is uninteresting.
My old boss was super into poker, but then he would come in on Monday and tell me his poker stories, and there's not a good poker story, like, ever. Like, I don't care what came on the river in the flop. Like, you can't make somebody else's poker story exciting. But he would try every single Monday.
Poker is I don't understand why it's on TV. You watch poker on TV?
Not really. I mean, I've flipped to it once or twice, but like I end up watching it for about 15 minutes.
I know golf's on TV. I get people like golf, but poker is like slower than golf.
Yeah, I mean, at least they edit it so it looks like something happens every hand. You know, they're in like hour 7 and everyone's just been folding the entire time, and then they show like the one time somebody doesn't fold.
But is it like exciting? Like the guy puts down like a 3, like a flush, and you're like, wow, I shit my pants. That's crazy that happened.
I think it's more like the way they bet. I don't know. Like if somebody throws in all their chips and then you see if they lose all their chips.
You want it like someone that's just crazy. Like the first trip was like, all in. We haven't dealt yet. All in.
I had a roommate who would get drunk and then start doing that. And it was a semi-effective strategy because you got pissed off, so you wanted to call him, but then it would make you do something stupid because then you'd call him on like, you know, a pair of twos.
And you'd be like, shit, I have a high king.
Or sometimes he wouldn't even look at his cards. He would just say all in.
You're like, he's an asshole.
Yeah, it would piss you off so much. You're just like, I have to call this guy. And inevitably, he would always end up randomly having something.
You're like, he didn't look at his cards, so he could have a really good hand, or maybe he doesn't. I'm trying to figure out the odds on this because I'm like, I can't count cards and figure out what he has. Why, look at your fucking cards, asshole. At least I can look at your face then.
And then when he won, he would just immediately order Chinese food and eat it in front of you. It's a great roommate.
Do you want any of your money? I mean, lo mein. All in.
So glad I don't live with these people anymore.
That's what if I next time I play poker with you, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get there the first hand. I'm going all in, and then I'm leaving. All in. So tell me about your poker game. Did you win, Jay?
No, I did not. I should have won. It was complete bullshit, but
You
I did.
should have won. Wow.
Yep.
Why should you have won?
Well, if you do, you know how like when you watch poker, they have the odds on the table.
Yeah, you know what's worse than watching poker on TV? Recapping it on the radio.
I know exactly. All right, so
I don't want to hear the rest of your story. Tell me about InfoWars, Jay. Or what's going on? Do you have something else you want to talk about before InfoWars? We have a review.
We have a review?
Yeah, on iTunes.
Oh, okay. Do you have that up?
Of course not.
Okay.
Why don't you tell me some InfoWars, and I'll bring this up while you're doing it.
Okay. Actually, I don't have that.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Did you say, hey, let's not do a Sunday night show, let's do Monday, because I forgot my InfoWars articles at work?
Yes, and then I forgot them at work on Monday as well. Because I'm an idiot. There was only 3 this week, so, we'll have like a double shot next time.
This is a terrible show so far, by the way.
I think it's been very, very awesome.
There's an article I read about having sex with robots. It was on Huffington Post.
Okay.
The article's entitled, "Soon We'll All Be Having Sex with Robots. Maybe," said a scientist.
Maybe?
Maybe.
It was like a bold statement and then kind of like a reneging on that.
It was a quote from the article that says, or a quote and highlighted, robotic sex partners will become commonplace, although the source of scorn and division, the way the critics today bemoan selfies, an indicator of all that is wrong with the world.
So there's going to be most people are going to be having sex with robots, but some people are going to get really annoyed at them.
You'd be like, yeah, so I was like doing the dub. I was fucking the robot again today. Oh, Jenkins, you have to bring that up. Don't ridicule me. I fuck a robot. I'm only human.
What are you, racist?
You know what's probably worse about this? Is the guy that's like working on the robot fucking. Some guy, like, there's one guy working on like some robot that'll do a surgery that'll save a kid's life. And the other guy's like, hey, I want to see if I can make the robot in like a jerking motion.
And who's like the guy who's testing this?
It's still not working. Get it off me. Get it off me.
Did you pull up that review?
I love how the scientist automatically said, like, it'll be the source of ridicule. Way to see into the future.
Yeah, I mean, he must have done some real research on that.
Like, he's like, listen, you guys just have to be accepting of the idea that I'm going to make a robot that I can fuck. Here, I got it. I think we get better reviews on our next show. According to the review we just got.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. You know what's weird? I don't see the review anymore.
Somebody wrote a review and then deleted it.
I think so. I saw it the other day. It was a 4-star review that said like the show was like hit or miss. Did I email you the review? Oh,
I thought you did.
I thought I did too.
Okay. Well, that was a great story.
Oh, what the fuck?
Maybe you just had a dream that we had a review.
I mean, I want to just a replay on today, the whole day today. Everything's just not going right today.
I felt that way about the last 15 years.
I have my would you rathers. Why don't you just email the freaking InfoWars thing? Do you have like printed out where you're like
because
on, like, custom paper at work?
Well, because some of that stuff is like so crazy. I don't want that like getting flagged by IT, and then
you email me those articles at work from your work email.
Yeah, but everyone, I don't know if you noticed. Sometimes I alter some of the words so it won't get flagged.
I have not noticed, but
well, I mean, when it's just a link, I could do that. But when I'm copying and pasting actual comments,
why don't you just cut like?
Because there's hundreds of comments, so I gotta.
You don't have access to your personal email at work.
No, they don't let me log in from home.
Oh.
We got an email.
I have some would you rathers, but you go hit me with the email. We have some questions on Facebook too.
Okay.
Go. What's the email?
The email is, hey guys, just migrated to Brink of Sanity from the New York Knicks podcast. That's our other podcast.
Would you focus on sex with robots and cupcakes for your next show?
And can one of you get into a fight with your significant other?
By the way, let your significant other know there's a great job part-time at the library in Jamaica, Queens.
By the way, if you don't know our email, it's thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Okay, so anyway, just migrated to Brink of Sanity for the Knicks podcast, and oh my god, it's friggin' hilarious. I work in a quiet office, and the bit where Marc snapped the recycled newspaper holder was gold. I don't even remember that.
You remember? I stepped on the thing. It's still
Oh,
broken.
right. Yeah.
I have like a little thing in our kitchen. We did the show from our kitchen because I live high class. Anyhow, we have a little thing in our kitchen where we keep the recycling from the newspaper. I stepped on it, broke it, and then had a debate with my wife when she walked in whether I had to like actually get a new one or not. Hey, yeah, we haven't got a new one, so I guess I won that debate. Enough things. There's certain amount of things I can just win, like the debate with my wife, but just like not doing anything about it. She's like, "We should get a new one." Okay. There you go. I won the debate.
See, she gave you the not buying the new newspaper holder because she knew she was going to try and cut her salary in a fifth.
I'm gonna reduce my salary to almost nothing. So you're right. We probably can't afford new wooden boxes for newspapers.
In fact, let's replace all the furniture with wooden boxes.
Mark, actually, do you mind if we go on Craigslist and see if we can sell that broken newspaper holder?
I had to bite down hard on a stack of Post-its to stifle my laughter. Love the toddler stories too. With a 3-year-old myself, it's dead spot on. If you are a new listener, you should check out Marc's blog that he no longer writes, newdaddyhood.wordpress.com, where he chronicled his kid's life for the first 2 years, and it's very funny. There's some good tips in there too. I am in Australia. We have a lot of Australian listeners. It's interesting. And my brother-in-law is coming over in January, February for his honeymoon. As a Knicks fan, I want him to get me a decent jacket. Don't trust sizes online. Any tips on the good stores where he should go? From Lorenzo.
Well, depending on how much you want to spend, the NBA store is actually pretty good.
Is that still open?
They moved it, but it's still open. They just changed locations.
Yeah, I would say the NBA store or actually go to MSG.
Modell's isn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
Modell's you can get like better price on stuff.
Yeah, actually, price-wise, I mean, their selection is very hit or miss, but price-wise, that's probably the best bet.
Yeah, like they will not have a lot of their selection is terrible. Actually,
they'll have like 3 Knicks jackets in random sizes, so it's
I think they're looking for like Mets shirts at the beginning of the baseball season, so for my kids, and they were like, "Oh, we don't have that in yet." I was like, it's April. This is when people buy those shirts.
Right. They don't buy it in October when the season's over.
Yeah, you may want to stack up and doing it instead of like having your inventory in January. And then I asked if you have kid sizes. Yeah, and the kid size was like really like for like a 10-year-old. I was like, Models, how are you in business?
Bri, how you doing?
Oh, hey, Bri.
Hey, am I the right caller? Did I win the tickets?
Yes, you won tickets to the Brink of Sanity live next week.
Oh, right.
Right, here's your big question. What's your favorite cupcake?
All of them?
Correct.
Right, would you get another if you had a new coworker who'd been there for a month or so, would you get him cupcakes on his birthday?
Him?
Him. And just the two of you eat together.
No.
What if it was supposed to be like 3 of you eating together and that third person was out that day? Would you give him the cupcakes?
I don't socialize with my coworkers, so this is kind of a bad example.
See, Mark's skewing the story a little bit.
I'm telling the story better than I told you. Let's say, Bri, you worked in an office. In the office, there's only 3 of you that's going to be there.
Okay.
You, a guy who's been working there. Let's call him John. He's been there for a month and a half, and a woman. Okay. The woman says, "We got to get cupcakes for John's birthday. It's a big deal because we get cupcakes for everyone's birthday." You say, "Who gives a fuck?" But I'll pick them up on the way to work. You pick up the cupcakes. You show up. The woman's like, I'm out drunk. I'm out hungover today. Could you give John? You and John can still have the cupcakes. You give John the cupcakes.
No, you put the cupcakes in the kitchen and say there's cupcakes in the kitchen.
No. You have to have cupcakes together. The only way you do it, you go.
That is not the only way to do it.
Well, then
in my world,
quit.
That's how you.
Well, then I'm not working there anymore.
Best answer.
See, Bri would have gotten the cupcakes.
Bri would have said, "Bri, why do you change jobs every 3 to 5 years?" Well, there's always a cupcake scenario every 3 to 5 years, so that's how I move on with my career.
I would have either quit or just ate all the cupcakes all at once and been like, "Fuck you."
See, Bry's in my boat. We would have eaten cupcakes that day. Marc put them in the fridge for the whole weekend.
We had them Monday. It was fine.
That's terrible.
That. Well, maybe the guy we had at the job would have quit. Would come home from work and go, I had an awkward birthday at work. I'm just gonna find a new job.
I still think you should have just silently put him on the table and stared at him while slowly eating the cupcake.
I should have said.
I would have licked all the frosting off and then left him in the kitchen.
I should have said to him, "Hey, we're gonna go sit and eat cupcakes in the conference room," and then made it so there was only one chair in the conference room. So yeah, I sat in my lap. Never mind.
Can I ask you one question about this scenario?
Sure.
What does this have to do with the ice water challenge?
Well, we were waiting for you. You were late because you were doing the ice water challenge.
Oh,
right?
you did?
No, fuck that. I thought the only thing going on in the world was the ice water challenge.
I actually got challenged today. I just donated the money. I didn't get around to actually doing the video.
First of all, it's the ice bucket challenge.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And second of all, you have to spend at least $5 to $7 on ice to prove your point.
Right.
Jay, where are you spending $7 on ice? You get it shipped in here from Antarctica?
Isn't it ice like $2 a pack?
Yeah.
And aren't they putting like 3 packages of ice in each bucket?
I don't think anyone's paying $7 on ice for this.
I do.
Yeah, well, in New York prices, maybe.
I think they're spending $5.
Even in New York, ice is pretty reasonable.
Are they spending more than 0? Then it's stupid.
I want to start a boiling water challenge.
A Tabasco sauce eating challenge.
Cauldron of boiling oil challenge.
Cut off your finger or donate to ALS. Ugh, I don't want to donate.
I mean, instead of buying ice, why don't you just donate $14?
Well, it is a weird thing because they're like, either donate money or do the ice bucket. And then people are like, well, I donated also, but I wanted to make a video.
That's because that's the kind of society we live in. Everybody has to have their 2 seconds of like, look at me.
Yeah, it doesn't count
Look
unless
at me,
they make a video.
Look at me, I'm a follower. Yeah, I don't know what the hell ALS is, but everyone's doing it, and some goofball on my social media told me I have to do it or I'm gay.
I don't think it was actually posted as you're gay.
Oh, I thought if you didn't do it, you were gay.
ALS, pour ice on your head, or you have to have sex with men.
You have to dump a bucket of ice on your head or suck a cock. You have 24 hours to decide.
If I get challenged by somebody else, and if you two can't be the challengers, because it wouldn't be fair.
I'll challenge you right now.
If I get challenged again, I'm going to hang myself, videotape it, and then have somebody post that as a video.
Post-mortem, this is what you did.
You could pour cold water on me. I'm going to take the Robin Williams way out.
I was just going to actually make a video of me explaining what the hell ALS is, because I actually had to Google it, even though there's been 75 videos of it on my feed.
No one. What's it stand for?
Who the hell knows?
It's Lou Gehrig's disease.
I know that. Why don't they just call it Lou Gehrig's disease?
Plus, I don't even know what Lou Gehrig's disease is, so like.
I don't know. That stupid football player has it.
I actually looked it up because I was like people were wearing buckets on their head. I was like, I should know what this means. So when someone goes, what I like, so when people talk about it, I have a clue what it is.
Not one person actually explained what the hell it is. Great. Way to raise awareness.
Do you know that if you take the ice bucket what is it? The
ice bucket challenge? Yeah.
You take the ice bucket challenge and then you put the bucket on your head when it's empty, and somebody hits you with a sledgehammer. That also cures cancer.
You know what the bad part about it is? After the challenge is over, there'll still be ALS.
No.
It doesn't go away.
Oh my god.
Apparently they raise like instead of normally they raise like 4 times the amount of money they normally raise. So it is a successful campaign. But because of this,
so they can make more medicines that cause more side effects that give you something else.
But that like now it's going to be like water in the face for breast cancer and
yeah, I know every foundation's going to have a gimmick now.
Expose your butt for
AIDS.
Leukemia.
Cancer.
It's going to be a lot of gimmick. Like there's so many people like sitting there, like the people at the AIDS Foundation were like, fuck, why didn't we think of this for AIDS? Guys, you have to be creative with the AIDS. No one cares about.
It should have been for Parkinson's. That'd be more funny if, like, you're shaking and trying to jump
It was
that bucket up.
actually the people at Alzheimer's thought of it first, but they never acted.
Play Jenga for Parkinson's.
I know. Let's do the ice bucket challenge to cure BO.
Yeah.
The memory game for dementia.
Living in the city in the summer, I definitely second eliminating BO. Some people do not realize that deodorant is necessary on a hot subway.
You know what's funny? Like, there are like homeless people who are like, "Oh, you know that funny thing you guys are doing online? I'd like a shower too."
I can't even afford water. Thanks for dumping it on the ground.
Yeah, I think people in India are like, "Oh,
Yeah, they're doing. There's a fucking drought in California, and all these celebrities are dumping themselves with water.
like people in India must be watching it and like going like, "Don't drop the water!" Oh God.
No, I'm super impressed. You guys are all true heroes.
Yeah, it is. People are like, write all those things. I'm so proud of you, and like, so proud of you.
Well, it turns out that Michael Braun guy was just reaching into that police car to say, "I challenge you to take the ice water bucket."
Yeah, he was pointing at him.
We actually have that on our Facebook question. Actually, that's on the. Let's go to our questions because you just brought up one, and we only have one on the page. So.
Oh, okay.
Let's read our one question.
I'd like to hear what you guys think of the situation in Ferguson, Missouri.
What's going on in Ferguson, Missouri?
Isn't that what you were referring to?
I meant Mike Brown, the basketball coach.
Oh, because the guy who got shot in Ferguson.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Jay walked into that one. That was pretty
Hello, is this thing on?
The only dun, dun,
I think it's escalating bad decisions. I think that guy who got shot was most likely a piece of shit, but then the cop was wrong for shooting him, and then the people were wrong for looting.
Think the cop was wrong for shooting him?
Well,
no, I disagree. I disagree.
times?
Hang on, I'm going to come in defense of the Missouri of the. Where is it? What's it? What's the name of the town?
Ferguson. You know what?
Okay, I'm going to come in defense of the Ferguson cops. If they're not allowed to randomly shoot people, then how are you going to keep people scared of the cops?
And then the people are wrong for looting, and then the cops are wrong for firing rubber bullets into the crowd. So everyone's just making terrible decisions all week.
Right, and then like.
Well, the problem, in all seriousness, the problem now is that we're past the point where there's going to be any like positive solution that comes out of it.
Why don't you arrest the cop who shot the guy?
I mean, there's no way it's going to end well. Like, it's just not going to end well because it's like,
because it's going wonderfully so far.
I mean, if they start mowing down all the protesters, then everybody's going to be like, fucking, all right, let's get the army in to shoot all these cops. And then then
why don't you shoot some protesters, build some pyramids, and call it Egypt?
If the protesters get to, they start looting and everything, and it gets crazy, then it's just going to make the white people scared. So the police are going to get more power and longer leash to do whatever they want. So there's no real way it's going to end well.
My take on it is the police officers should have killed a white kid instead.
There weren't any.
What's it? I don't know. What's your take on this, Jay? Do you think that shooting kids that are unarmed is a bad thing? Now that we know the consequences?
Well, now that we know the ramifications, yeah. But I mean, who would have known that shooting an unarmed teenager was bad before that?
It was really like, there's no way you're going to know that. Bri, would you have guessed that killing an unarmed teenager would have gotten people upset?
In a black city, yeah. I mean, if it was like a white city, I mean, might be a hero.
I mean, nobody really knows what exactly happened either.
I was talking to a cop the other day. The guy is he's a cop somewhere in like a bad neighborhood in New York City. I don't want to call him out where he actually works.
Okay.
But he was saying how if a guy runs, he just lets him go. I was like, you don't chase after him? He's like, no, I have nothing to gain from chasing him. I was like, well, wouldn't you gain like the arrest? He said, listen, I'm gonna run after this guy. I'm gonna call my backup. We're gonna jump on the guy because like it's not like I can run after the guy and like have a conversation with him. We have to like tackle him.
Right.
After we're done tackling him, someone's gonna videotape it. He's gonna be all beat up. There's gonna be 4 or 5 of us, so we're gonna look fine. And they're gonna immediately call like police brutality when we were just trying to chase down a guy that was a criminal who was running from us.
Yep.
So
You mean the guy's not running to get a cup of coffee so they can talk?
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna catch up with the guy, and then we're gonna have a conversation about things. If I'm gonna have to catch him, he's also gonna want to try to fight me, and so we're gonna beat the crap out of him because we kind of have to.
Yeah, because these cameras always miss the part where the guy like robs a store, curses at the cops, and then starts running.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, it's police brutality. You seem to have edited out the part where the guy punched the cop.
Right.
So he was like, yeah, fuck it. Like they run, like I'm not required to go after him. So if they run, I say fuck it. At least the cop.
Usually, I thought if they run,
he's like, I got rid of the criminal.
I thought when they run, that's when they shoot.
Only in St. Louis.
Only if there's women and children around.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Robin writes, who would win in a Hunger Games style death match? This is from the Knicks group of questions. Rambo, Major, Alien Dutch Schaefer, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character from The Predator, Will Smith from I Am Legend. Also, what would the order of elimination be and how? So, Hunger Games with Rambo, The Predator, or I guess Schwarzenegger's character from Predator, or I Am Legend, Will Smith. So there's 3 guys.
Well, the good part is I've never seen any of those movies, so I recuse myself.
How did you get through the 80s without seeing Predator?
I don't know.
That's insane to me.
Right, I thought with all your spare time, you'd contribute from at least your contribution. You contribute on the show by saying, "Hey, I watch a lot of TV and know these movies."
I could say that, but it's not going to help.
You know, in preparation for the show, I just stare at the TV when it's off.
Okay, well, for Bri, we'll, just Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Will Smith.
Oh.
Okay,
Will
Bri.
Smith
Bugs
right?
Bunny. Okay, so Jay, how about Rambo, Schwarzenegger, or Will Smith? What do you think?
Will Smith is definitely the first to go. I
he
mean,
didn't seem like that prepared in that movie.
no, he wasn't very prepared. He's obviously at a huge disadvantage. Maybe he's
Schwarzenegger hid in mud and killed a predator. He wins.
yeah. Rambo without his guns, I don't think is all that either.
Rambo was a bit of a crybaby too. So, whatever, the war is not over, whatever it is. The Predator basically hides. The Schwarzenegger hides in the mud and kills them both. Also,
Yeah, he kills both of them. Neither of them see it coming. They don't even know they're playing the game yet, and it's
Will
already
Smith
over.
is not prepared to fight. He doesn't really fight. Rambo fights at least, so Rambo will beat Will Smith also.
Will Smith would be making a wholesome rap about the Hunger Games event about to start.
I don't know if these are the Schwarzenegger and Stallone characters everyone chosen. Are these what characters have you chose for each guy? Who's the toughest guy each guy played?
I think he did a good job picking the toughest.
Okay, I don't know, Stallone,
I mean,
Rocky
who else?
versus Rambo.
I mean, Rocky, I've never blocked a punch in 6 movies. Still,
But like Rocky knows hand-to-hand combat. Rambo does not know hand-to-hand combat in the same level.
wasn't Rambo like a special ops something?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, maybe Rambo's fine. Okay, so Schwarzenegger, the guy that killed the Predator, or the dude from Last Action Cop, Last Action Hero.
Congrats for being the only person to see that movie.
I saw part of that movie.
Okay,
What about Kindergarten Cop?
The Kindergarten Cop is what I was going to go with.
Wait, how did you not see Predator, but you saw part of Last Action Hero?
I don't know. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw like half. That's the one where he rubbed out of bullets and shit, right?
I have no idea. I've never seen it.
You know what? I got it. It should be Rambo, Schwarzenegger's guy from Predator, and for Will Smith, it'll be Ali. He'll play Muhammad Ali for this.
All right. Well, he still gets his ass completely killed.
The next question. Grant writes, I heard that you had a negative review on your Brink podcast. Have you guys ever considered drinking one of those foreign liquors that have higher proof than ones in America?
Well, if you go through the archives, there are multiple episodes where I black out. So,
And I've got a bottle of what's it called in my bar? The green stuff.
Oh, where'd you?
European?
Yeah, where'd you get it?
I got it at the liquor store.
Oh, then it's not real.
Absinthe.
Yeah, the one they sell in America is not real.
Oh.
Well, yeah, they took out that thing that makes you hallucinate, right?
Yeah,
Wormwood.
the entire purpose.
Yeah, wormwood. Yeah, because there's an absinthe bar by me, and I don't think any of them. I tried. I didn't hallucinate. I think they all have the wormwood removed.
Yeah,
It tastes like antifreeze. I know that.
It's really bad, right?
you guys.
Yeah, it like numbs your mouth for like 4 days.
Is no one commenting on the two sentences? He said one sentence that was completely unconnected to the other sentence.
He mentioned alcohol, and we got all excited.
What are you, an English teacher?
I heard you had a negative review on your Brink podcast. Have you guys ever considered drinking one of those foreign liquors that have higher proof than American ones in America?
I think he was suggesting that the show would be better if we were really drunk.
That's fine. Fine with me. You want to do some Would You Rathers? Hey, Bri. I remember
Sure.
Would You Rathers. I think I have a couple good ones, actually. Would you rather pour a bucket full of ice water in your head or get ALS?
Would you rather get ALS or have to listen to Robin Williams tell you jokes for 2 hours?
Oh,
I
God.
think it's Parkinson. Would you rather find out you had a long-lost uncle who died and left you $50,000, or find out you had a long-lost uncle and he's alive and you get to know him?
I don't know. 50,000? That's not a whole lot. After taxes.
Well, they don't tax inheritance.
It's an estate tax, isn't it?
They tax the estate, not you.
Oh, all right. Does he have the 50,000 and he's still alive?
No, he's dead. You find out you have a
No.
long-lost uncle who died and you get $50,000, or you find out you have a long-lost uncle and you get to know him.
And you get no money.
I don't need to get to know anybody else. I'll take the money.
Jay, what about you? Would you rather have a dead uncle and $50,000 or get to know someone in your family?
Yeah, I already know enough people. I'll take the money. What do I need to know more people for?
Would you rather
One
do
more gift to buy.
What if I knew him and he was an asshole?
Yeah.
And then I'm out 50,000, and then I know a jerk.
Yeah. Another jerk.
Yeah, I know plenty of jerks.
Would you rather do stand-up comedy and bomb terribly, or run down your block naked and back?
Would I bomb ironically or?
No, you think you have a good set, right?
Oh, shit.
No. You think you have to go up there and you be serious about it, and you spend 10 minutes on the stage and you get booed mercilessly, and you have to go up there and do it in the first place, or you run to the corner and back naked.
Those are my two biggest fears: being naked and public speaking.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
That was the idea. Jay, I have to read Jay's question. Jay said, would you rather have 5 $2 bills or 2 $5 bills?
I would rather run down the street naked. That takes a lot less than 10 minutes.
Right?
Yeah, probably even naked because I'd die if I didn't think I was as funny as I thought I was.
Would you take $1 million if it meant never seeing or speaking to your friends or family again? The only
Yes.
person
Yes.
Jay, you could take your significant other with you.
Yeah, later, assholes.
Wow, then he's only getting $500,000.
Probably less.
I have 2 more. Would you rather find out your significant other of many years has been secretly for years recycling her urine into drinking water, or that your significant other has secretly become a devout Scientologist?
I mean, you mean she's drinking the urine?
She recycles
Or
it.
she,
She
what, is
recycles
she
it.
getting a deposit back on that, like with the
No,
cans? Or?
she's working out her own recycling system in the apartment. She built a recycling system where she pours the urine in one end and the water comes out at the other end. She's really into drinking her own urine, or she's a Scientologist.
It seems like that wouldn't be something Jay would just find out overnight. He would probably notice her building all that.
It's a would you rather hypothetical.
Mm.
I was wondering what you were doing with that all that work in that room.
I was
What are you
wondering
doing
why.
with that plywood in there?
I was wondering why I never heard the toilet flush in 5 years.
Wait,
I'll pick
What are
the
you doing?
Scientology because that'll be fun dinner conversations.
I might go with the urine. Scientology doesn't really let you out once you're in.
you're just drinking your own urine. Well, I mean, if you're drinking your own urine, like you're probably pretty freaking committed to that. Would you rather find out your significant other of a long time was born a man, and at a very young age had an operation to become a woman, or would you rather your significant other lost a finger, just her pinky finger?
Finger.
I could do without the shocker for the rest of my life, so I'll take the pinky finger.
Yeah.
So you're gonna cause her great harm, but like she like 2 years old, she became a man. She came from a man to a woman. What's the big deal?
What's the big deal about losing a pinky finger?
Because what if her dick was bigger than mine?
Those are my would you rather's. Bri, what's your topic?
I didn't really have one prepared tonight.
I have some news stories.
I was really drunk yesterday, so I thought I was going to just come on and ramble, but then...
Tell us about your.
Wait. Yeah, I have a question for Bri.
Okay.
So, you were posting on Facebook yesterday that you're in a kickball league.
Yep.
That sounds social and athletic.
Yeah.
And those are two things.
I've gotten hurt, and we've played 5 games. I've gotten hurt in 3 of them.
Okay, well, that's starting to make more sense now.
I got a hernia in 1 game.
How do you get a hernia playing kickball?
Just from running. I don't know. I think it's a hernia. I'm no doctor, but and then another game, I was playing the field, and I was running to cover second base, and this guy was running towards second base, and neither of us saw each other, and we collided, and I went flying, and I think I broke my arm because it still hurts, and that was like 2 weeks ago. I had this huge black and blue, like from like halfway down my arm to like halfway down my wrist, like on the underside of my arm, it was just all black.
Jesus.
And it hurts to pretty much do anything.
I knew someone who actually had knee surgery from.
And all they do is drink, Jay. So it's just like, I didn't realize that when I got one. Like a friend of mine was like, "Oh, we need somebody to play." I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it. I need to get out of the house." And so like I get this email from like the kickball league, and it's like, "Oh, no, remember, no alcohol in the park." So I'm like, "Oh, all right." And it's sponsored by a bar, so you go to this bar after the game and everything. So I show up at the fucking game, and like everybody has like a 30-pack. I'm like, I'm the oldest one on the team, by the way. So I'm like, it said no alcohol in the park, guys. Fuck that. Here, have a beer. I'm like, oh, okay.
What's the next youngest? Like, how much older are you?
There's like a group that's like 30 to 32. There's a couple of people that are like 27, and then there's like 3 kids that are like 22.
Do the 20-year-olds think you're creepy?
They don't really talk to me.
So it's like the dodgeball thing we did, Marc.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. I did the kickball league also. There's fun. It was the same thing. It's like you played. So if you didn't drink during the games, like you were like after the game, you go to a bar and drank, and it was fun.
Yeah. Except that the bar is like my version of hell on earth because it's like just like 600 people jammed into like a small room, and they're all like 22, and they're all assholes. And I'm just like, and they're playing dance music, and I'm just like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, for me, it was like everyone's like, let's play Flip Cup.
Yeah, that's what they were doing, Flip Cup. I'm like, what the fuck is Flip Cup? And they had to explain it to me.
Flip Cup is like the official rec league after party thing, and I don't understand it because Flip Cup is kind of lame.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really like win. I mean, you win, but the big deal, it's not like beer pong when you win, the other team has to drink.
Right, but in the fairness, beer pong is like 4 people. Flip cup can pay like 10 people. That's why it's more fun.
Yeah, no,
it's
I know.
like there's a race. Like whatever, it's drinking.
Yeah,
Like
no, I know.
that game that involved us drinking sucked.
And I'm so old that. How old are you? So we finished the game, the first game, and they're like, "Okay, we're going to the bar." And I'm like, well, "Where's the bar?" Because I'd never heard of it. They're like, "Oh, it's downtown." You go, I'm like, "All right." So I put it in my GPS and I drive some fucking like blacked out driving over there, and I'm like, "Oh, this is Coach's." It used to be a bar called Coach's, and everybody just looks at me. It's like crickets. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "This is Coach's bar. Why don't you just tell me this is Coach's?" They're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, if this was the bar, I used to go here when the Whalers played. Who? What?
Who are the Whalers?
Who are you? Are you a narc?
You're that guy who knows things before they're the new things.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what you should do is not get your arm checked and make sure if it's broken that it just heals deformed.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. It hurts like hell. So yesterday was the playoffs, so we played all day, and
Did you win?
well, we lost in the finals of the loser bracket.
Well, my volleyball team made the finals, and the team before, like, we won the first round, and then the second round the team forfeit.
Yeah, so we did. We made the other team forfeit because you have to have so many girls on the team, and they didn't have any girls there yesterday.
Oh,
So
okay,
the
yeah.
girls who are the captains on my team were like, "Fuck that, we're not playing. We just want to forfeit so we can get to the championship."
There you go.
So these guys got all pissed. So the team, they were like trying to negotiate. They're like, "Oh, we'll play, 2 outs an inning and blah blah blah." And they're like, "No, that's fine. Yeah, fuck you." The guy's like, "Oh, it's not. One of the girls is at a funeral," and we're like, "Well, it's not our fault." So I was like, "Well, it's not my fault. I killed the guy. I killed her husband." Okay, so she's at a funeral, whatever. So then they started heckling us during the other game, and we were playing in the finals, and they're like cheering for the other team. So the 2 kids that are like, or the 3 guys that are like 22 were like, we're just gonna go fuck them up right now. So they went over and they like I could just hear yelling, and I'm just like, oh god, not a fucking fight.
That would have been funny if it was just a street brawl.
Over kickball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I had the forfeit, we had about an hour and 15-minute break between games.
Yep.
And so one of my teammates decided to get like blacked out drunk, and we ended up losing the finals because she could not function. So I was pretty pissed.
Yeah, we had we were losing the whole game, and we got to the bottom of the last inning. We were down by 2. We had the bases loaded and 1 out, and this kid kicked into a double play.
Jay, I had to step away for a second. I came back, and you guys are still talking about kickball. You know what's worse than stories about poker on the radio?
Mm-hmm.
Kickball on the radio.
Fuck you.
Really?
So I have news stories.
Yeah, go.
All right. So actually, this first one's your news story, but I'm going to steal your thunder. South Carolina mom calls cops on 15-year-old son after finding porn on the TV.
You say porn or corn?
Porn.
Oh, okay.
It'd be a really bizarre call.
Because if it was like a corn video, I could understand that.
Yeah. Corn and Limp Bizkit should definitely have cops called on you at all times.
So what was she hoping to accomplish? Like, oh, my son's looking at porn. You should put him in prison. You should take him away from me.
Was she thinking that doing that would make him never want to watch porn again? Because she was wrong.
Actually, that would probably accomplish something because they'd probably go into the home, take him away, and he'd probably be happier not to live with her anymore.
Right.
Because that's got to be a terrible home.
There's probably not anything on earth that anybody can do to anyone to make them not want to watch porn again.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm sure if you hooked your genitals up to electric shocks, I imagine you might like. Or if you just cut off your genitals, you might not want to watch anymore.
Oh, you still might want to watch it to see what you're missing out on.
Yeah. Keep testing it, see if the feeling comes back.
Yeah. Maybe it grows. Maybe it's like a starfish and it grows again.
What if he turned it on and his mom was in the porn? Maybe then he'd be like, okay, I'm done watching.
That's my biggest fear for.
Well,
That you're gonna see your mom in a porn?
No, if I have a daughter and I'm just like watching porn one day and I'm like, oh, I recognize that ass, and I'm like, uh-oh, this is a problem.
I actually have a daughter, so this is you kind of feel like you failed as a parent at that point.
Well, yeah,
I always get a lot of shit from people because I follow like so much porn on Twitter, and I keep telling people I'm only waiting till I see somebody I know, and then I'll delete it all. That's my plan.
Wait, you follow porn on Twitter?
Yeah.
porn stars.
Porn stars, porn sites,
Oh.
you know,
I was trying to
pictures and
figure-
shit.
Like, what do you like? Do they send pictures?
Yeah, people post pictures and shit. I'm just waiting to see somebody I know, and then that'll be it.
Oh, I thought you were like, gangbang Sally ate pancakes today. Here's a picture of them.
No.
I've had
I
more-
didn't understand. Like, I understand the visualization of I would think like you follow a porn star on Instagram, that would make more sense.
I don't even know what Instagram is.
I don't either.
It's like Twitter for pictures.
Oh,
Great.
no.
There's-
I don't even have a Instagram account.
There's way too many of these sites now. I can't have like 18 social media sites.
There really are a lot of them, and
Because everyone's like, do you have Tumblr? Do you have Pinterest? Do you have like...
I don't even know what Pinterest is. We had a whole topic about this on one show like a year ago, and I still don't know what Pinterest is. I've gone on the site, and people you cut out things from the web and put it there.
Yeah, if there's a picture of like a bagel and you like the way the bagel looks, you click like on it and then you like that bagel.
You know, Jay, it's so funny because all you ever talk about is how people post pictures of their food. I've never seen anybody post pictures of their food.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot actually.
Well, that's-
I agree with Jay.
Well, that's because you have like 7 friends on Facebook.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
I think Jay's right. I've seen lots. Everyone's posting their pictures of their food. It's like all people do. Like half of all pictures in America are of food.
Did you see that thing I posted on Facebook? They have like a professional food picture kit for when you go to restaurants. You like set your plate up on this.
Oh yeah. I did see that.
I mean,
I thought you were going to refer to you posted a picture of your own food actually in response to them not showing any footage of what's going on in Ferguson, and I had to say that meal looked really good. Can you invite me over next time you have that meal? That looked really tasty.
Sure, it was very good. It was one of my first forays into cooking.
That looked really tasty. I thought.
Yeah.
I would have guessed your significant other made that.
No, I did. I posted it to be ironic about people not caring about,
What
real
was it
issues.
anyway? It looked good.
That was spinach spaghetti with spicy Alfredo sauce with tomatoes and mushrooms.
That sounds too healthy for me.
It was delicious. Well, Alfredo, unhealthy did enough.
You should just keep posting things like, guys, everyone in Ferguson is acting like Justin Bieber's in town or something. People are going crazy there.
I mean, I posted it to be ironic that nobody cares about real issues, and then my picture of spaghetti got more likes than like any real thing I posted in a while. So, okay, next article is this teen in Michigan was murdered, but before she was murdered, she texted her boyfriend, "OMG, I think I'm being kidnapped." Because texting your boyfriend is a much better thing to do than calling the cops.
Right. I thought you were going to try to figure out those two words, like the first sentence, "Oh my God," and then "I'm being kidnapped." One is like, "Oh my God, I got Justin Bieber tickets," and then "I'm being kidnapped," the worst thing that could happen to you.
Well, she didn't have a lot of time really to type everything out.
LOL, I'm being raped.
What would have been great is like if she typed that and then like she heard the ding of her boyfriend's phone like outside the closet where she was hiding in.
I am, you shouldn't kill my baby. In my opinion.
So that's the extent that social media is around now. That you're actually getting kidnapped and you still text. I bet you tried to take a selfie with the
Did she
murderer.
take a selfie when that was happening?
Exactly. So yeah, I guess there's not too many jokes for that one.
You sent me the thing of the Illuminati, and you were going to read me passages from the Illuminati, right? But that maybe we could do that for next show.
Yeah, we're running a little long on that one.
There's a thing of
Did I miss conspiracy theory hour?
no, we didn't do anything like that. But on Huffington Post, they had. I love these posts. They had one something like the title of the post was "The '90s Supermodels Who Are Even Hotter Today," and they show pictures of like Ellie McPherson, and look how hot she is at 50. Christy Brinkley, look how hot she is at like 1 million. Oh yeah, and they show the picture of her then. Ooh, Kathy Ireland at 25, and now at 51, she looks good for an alive 51-year-old. That's
I
about
think
it.
she looked like that when she was, however old she was.
Here's someone, Aman, who is at 22, and now she looks like she already died, but she's like 60.
Where are you going with this?
My whole point is, why do you have to pretend like the women are going to look a lot better when they're twice as old? Like,
Yeah.
oh, women look good when they're 50s. They look good for a 50-year-old woman, okay? Let's not pretend they look as good as they were when they were 25.
Right. I'm still not gonna,
There are certain things I just hate, like that kind of post. No one actually. I'm flipping through this on Huffington Post, and the other one that I love is you keep seeing things like the title of the article is 5 Financial Secrets of People Who Retire Young.
Oh, is this the one we were talking about at work?
No, this was actually this was just. I mean, they have so many of these always on these websites, and they're always the exact same article. It's like if you want to retire young, you have to make a plan.
You have to be born
Your
rich.
costs, make a lot of money,
Oh no, the one
invest well.
the one I was thinking of. They had this guy made $100 million, and you can too. See how he did it. When you look at the story, he invested. It said you could be a millionaire for $40. Well,
He invested $40 in what was it?
Coke in like
1908.
1908. And then he lived to be 90, and now he has $1 million. So all you have to do is, it was probably about $600 at the time. So all you have to do is invest $600 and then wait 85 years.
So you should invest $600 in 1,000 different stocks. So 1,000 times 60. Wait 82 years, and you'll be rolling in it.
And then you have to hope that one of those products is a once-in-a-lifetime product that becomes like the most famous product of all time.
Right.
And then wait 80 years.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's just like at least that one wasn't just a filler article. The filler articles of how to make lots of money, and the answer is like get a job that pays a lot of money. Secrets for successful career, and like they're like get promoted to boss, you win.
How to live to be 100. Don't get shot when you're 20.
Yeah. How to make a lot of money. Be LeBron James.
Secret to firmer abs. Be having not fat over them. My computer's at 14% and I did not plug in, so I'm going to be losing my computer very soon.
Okay.
You want to just do the show until my computer 12%? I'm going
Sure.
to
I got a few more stories. Mom kicked out of restaurant after diaper change. So this mom,
Oh, yeah, I heard about that one.
she went to a pizza restaurant and they didn't have a changing table in the bathroom. So she started changing diapers at her table in a full restaurant.
Well, she could do it if she did it on the in the chair, like away. It sounds like she did it on top of the table.
She did it in the middle of a packed restaurant, yes.
I'm at 9%.
So, wow, that was a quick 5%.
Yeah, it really dives really fast here. I'm at 8% now. I'm really going to be done very soon.
So
7%.
Yeah, this this lady
Okay, now it's
actually
just going to turn off.
called the Better Business Bureau when she got asked to leave for having feces near food.
Isn't that like almost a positive for the restaurant?
I'm sorry, I ordered a chicken pizza, not a shit pizza.
It says here in the Better Business Bureau that your restaurant doesn't allow feces with where the meal is. I'm gonna go there. That's like a bye.
But I mean, what kind of piece of shit like calls the Better Business Bureau on somebody for not wanting shit near their food?
Mm.
I don't know. And then I think
That was going to be my new theme for when I start preparing for these shows. I'm going to try to find articles of people who break the rules and then think the rules don't apply to them. Like that asshole on Southwest that tried to get his kids on board a couple weeks ago.
yeah, and then like flipped out when they wouldn't give his kids like special privileges.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the entitled. Oh yeah, he tweeted about it, right?
Yeah, he tweeted about it, and then they threw him off the plane because he was like, oh, so-and-so at Gate 40 is a bitch. Meanwhile, what the guy tried to do was upgrade himself, not pay to upgrade his kids, and figure, oh, I have kids, I'll just walk right on the fucking plane.
And then when they said no, he angry tweeted about it.
Totally. Yeah. Like, well, if you were any fucking father, why would you... He said, oh, I want to board with my kids. And the lady said, yeah, well, you can wait till they board and board with them. And he was like, no.
And what kind of grown man's first instinct is to tweet about something?
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like, all right, 16-year-old girl. Let's see. Texas conservative Christians didn't educate their children because they believed the rapture was coming. They had 9 kids, by the way. And so now they're all dropped out of school because the rapture. That didn't happen.
There was a thing up here. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, there was an article that I had saved, and I'm just looking for it right now. There's a donut shop somewhere. I think it was Connecticut. And this little kid is banned from the place because he asked a fat lady if she was pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what's like? He was too rude to buy donuts.
He's yeah. We were screaming. He's not allowed in here. He's rude.
Wow.
He asked the woman at the donut shop if she had a baby in her belly. The woman said no. The mother apologized. The mother said she was mortified. The fat woman said it was no problem. The managers were not as forgiving. Blah blah blah. They told her to leave. Said he's not allowed in here. Like,
that's insane.
So, like, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's very strange.
That is a very strange story. I don't think I like that.
Just leave the kid in the hot car. That's what I would do.
That seems to be the trendy thing to do these days.
Yeah. Park under a tree.
Let's see. Do we want to even talk about Robin Williams?
I don't care. I mean... Yeah, that was enough.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, are we pretending that he's the funniest comedian ever now? Is that what we're doing?
An hour before he died, was anybody thinking, boy, I really can't wait to see what Robin Williams does next?
I can't wait for Mrs. Doubtfire 2.
Did you hear the thing about how the Family Guy episode was on at the same time as when he died?
No.
Did you hear about it? There's a Family Guy episode in one of the past couple of seasons. It was actually, I remember it now that I think about it. Peter got cursed by somebody, I don't know. I think it was kind of like a spoof on the Simpsons Halloween ones or whatever. But so anything he touched turned into Robin Williams. And so he would touch the doorknob and the door would turn into Robin Williams. But some of it was annoying Robin Williams, like Mrs. Doubtfire. Some of it was Patch Adams running around. Other was the serious Robin Williams. So he keeps touching everything, and everything keeps turning into Robin Williams. So he tries to kill himself, and that fails because he uses the gun, and the gun turns into Robin Williams or something. So he ends up chopping off his hands, and then he ends up dying, I guess. So that episode was playing in England, during the hour in which it was announced that he had committed suicide.
Oh my god. That actually sounds funny.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Family Guy in years. I might have to check that one out.
That one was pretty funny. Like, I remember specifically because, like, that's how I feel about Robin Williams, how annoying he is.
Yeah.
Because they just keep following him around, you know, and, like, he's doing his shtick, but it's, like, 500 voices at the same time doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to check that one out. That sounds good.
Yeah. Hey, the Simpsons marathon starts this week.
What? I don't even know about that.
Oh, you don't?
No.
FXX. It's FX2, basically.
Yeah, my cable
Like,
channel doesn't
channel?
get it, so I can't watch The League or Always Sunny.
No, that's just one.
Yeah, they're both still on.
Yeah. I like The League, but no. So starting, I think it's Thursday. They're showing every episode in a row of The Simpsons.
Really?
Yeah. And then when that ends, it's like 12 days. And then when that ends, there's going to be a new app that's like a database where you could just watch any Simpsons episode you want.
Wow.
Yeah, like an online database.
So I could put my DVDs in the garbage?
Pretty much, yeah.
But I mean, you can't watch it on the TV though, right? Like I don't get the whole fad of like watching shit on your phone or on the computer. Like I still don't get the appeal to that.
Mm.
I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, get the new Comedy Central app. You can watch something on your tiny phone screen." I'm like, "Okay, but that sucks."
Yeah.
I
think you could probably do it on your computer.
Something to look into. Do you do that? Do you watch any shows on your phone?
No, I'm not on my phone. I have an iPad. Sometimes I'll watch stuff, but no, I've never watched anything on my phone. It's fucking retarded. It's too small.
Yeah, I don't
Well, it
understand.
takes up too much. It kills the battery.
I mean, I'll watch every once in a while. I'll watch like an episode of The Daily Show or something. But anything that has like visuals, I'm not going to want to watch it on even on an iPad.
I guess if you have like a TV that can get apps, you can watch it on your TV.
Yeah.
Like the newer TVs have like apps and all that shit.
Too much. I can't keep up with all this crap.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess FX bought all the rights to all the Simpsons or something, so that's what they're doing. They're showing them all in a row, and then the database app, whatever thing, is going to get unveiled.
All right. I think we're done. The show just went very long.
Yeah.
We're
We got off topic a few times.
Yeah, it went an hour and 20 minutes. I didn't realize we were that long.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll be doing a show again fairly soon.
All right.
So I'll give you a heads up if you want to join us again. That would be excellent.
Yeah, let me know. You guys gonna try to stick to like every 2 weeks, or?
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing that because I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So thanks for joining us. If you haven't guessed, Marc has been gone for the last 15 minutes.
We finally shut him up.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. You can email us, thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. There's a Facebook group, and brinkofsanityshow.com is the website. And you can leave an iTunes review.
And ask us questions for the next show.
Yeah, post questions in the Facebook group. We usually put a thread asking for questions too. So if you have topics or funny articles or just anything you want us to talk or rant about, you could do so.
Anything we should look at.
Exactly. All right, that's about it. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye.